Following the destruction left by Hurricane Ian, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis did what most politicians usually do. They traveled to different areas within the storm, the places that were hit the most by these storms. However, in at least one area, in Arcadia specifically, relief workers were not thrilled with his appearance because it happened to have gotten in the way of them doing their jobs.
I don't give a flying no.
But frustration mounted as civilians were told to pause their relief operations for several hours as Governor Ron DeSantis toured the area.
Our hands are tied.
I'm not trying to be rude, but we've been doing this very thing one street over, and the only reason we're not over there
because the governor's.
That's right.
I understand.
So why does that have to stop right now? It's the same thing we've been doing before anybody was here.
All right, we're going to head back over
can I ask
to
you one
the,
question?
I'll get to you. I'm still
Frustrated that they had to shut down operations because you're here. Can you just, what is your message to them? They had to pause operations, Governor, while you came in. Can you, I'm with ABC Action News. I just want you, that's great. Your message is,
anyone to pause anything. I think that
folks were stopped from going in back and forth.
So that's ABC Action News who reported this. And, well, look, immediately after that report, which didn't look good, representatives for DeSantis literally called the relief workers liars. So now here's Christina Pushaw, Rapid Response Director for DeSantis' campaign, saying that the whole story was, quote unquote, disinformation, pointing to a statement from the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office that said that operations had stayed rolling the entire time. Yes. No, there was absolutely no disruption in this whatsoever. Well, forgive me if I don't believe Florida police, the DeSoto County Sheriff. Sorry, I just have a natural tendency to not believe police anymore. Wonder where I get it from. But not only that, but here's DeSantis also pushing back. In fact, he got a little snippy when he was asked about this report.
Yeah, it's a categorical lie, and the sheriff and the county said it's a lie. I don't know why we're worried about these silly issues when we've got people to help, okay? I was the first one to show up in DeSoto and help those people. They were appreciative that we were there. We weren't stopping anything. They had distributed a bunch of water and food and whatnot. There was nobody even in line at the time. So it's a total lie, and it's just dumb.
A total lie. Very, very dumb. I was the first one there. I was the first one there. In fact, you know what? I was great and amazing, and I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, okay, but I would rather, believe the people who are on the ground doing the actual work, helping people, over someone who showed up and I guess, says that they were there to help, whose boots looked like this. Look at them lily white boots. Those are just beautifully clean, super, super clean boots. I don't know. Either he didn't do anything, to dirty those boots up, or, and then, we're talking about DeSantis here. Perhaps he had the bootlickers on the job, literal bootlickers, to make sure that they were nice and clean. Pristine. Very pristine. And of course, you can see that officer in the back. A little bit of a smirk there. Look, I know politicians do photo ops all the time. They might even pick up a case of water and hand it out. They might be like Paul Ryan, scooping a bowl at the soup kitchen and then promptly leaving. And by the way, I think it was an empty soup kitchen. Yeah, I know they're ridiculous with their photo ops. But again, Ron DeSantis didn't really do anything. While he didn't do anything, he also just actually got in the way of regular workers who were trying to do the things. They weren't allowed near enough to him to do what they were supposed to be doing. A police officer was like, "Hey, look, my hands are tied. I can't let you get too close to the governor." because, he doesn't want the pores near you. He doesn't want the pores near him. I see. And now, by the way, he's calling those same workers who are doing the right thing, he's calling them liars. And let me just, tell you about a couple of these workers who are helping. These are people like Leslie and Justine Nelson. They used their boat to ferry food, water, and medicine, anything else that people needed that they couldn't get to the staging areas. They took a reporter out in one of those supply runs. They say that their routine was interrupted by even for several hours before DeSantis was even in the area. So just getting ready for DeSantis had stopped them. Leslie is also the assistant principal at West Elementary and said that she would not let the community where she was born and raised down. Quote, "It's not like anything they wouldn't have done for us if they were mobile. That's the kind of community we are." When asked if she felt obligated to take the risk, she said, "Absolutely. It breaks my heart. It's devastating. But the good thing is, I know what kind of community we live in. And we'll be okay. We always stick together and help each other out. And we'll figure it out." Look, I love when communities get together and help each other. And I mean, that's part of what makes communities so great, when people will stand up and help their neighbors and help each other to rebuild and to survive. What I hate is people like DeSantis who come in and lie about these communities, lie about the people who are living there, who are personally devastated. Ron DeSantis wasn't affected by this at all. But look, understand that this is who he is. He's a greasy politician. He's a Republican establishment to his core. You think he's a populist? He doesn't give a damn about the people. And he's out there doing the bare minimum to help hurricane victims. And again, is attacking the media. He's using this as a political attack now against the media. In fact, during an interview with the Right of Center's Florida Voice website, so earlier today, DeSantis was asked if there could be any accountability in the media for reporting that the storm had been forecast to strike Tampa. Here's what he said, quote, "Quite frankly, you have national regime media that wanted to see Tampa because they thought that it would be worse for Florida. That's how these people think. They don't care about the people of this state. They don't care about the people of this community. They want to use storms and destruction from storms as a way to advance their agenda." What agenda? What is he talking about? Who wanted, okay, what leftist, what Democrat, who would want a storm to target a high population area? That's horrifying. Please, cite your sources. Cite your sources. No, but he doesn't. He says this: "They don't care what destruction is in their wake," meaning the media, not the storms, but the media. "They don't care about the lives here. If they can use it to pursue their political agenda, they will do it." Now, did he back up anything that he said? No, of course not. He, again, just blames the media. And by the way, when it comes to the media, weather reporting, which is, again, part of the media, part of local news at least, weather forecasting, it's not exactly accurate. If a storm does something unpredictable or unlikely that maybe defies some of these forecasts, how is that exactly the fault of the media? It's unpredictable. And furthermore, how does it prove that they, or whatever, whoever they are, wanted the storm to hit a particular area to kill more people? That's insane. That's insane. Who thinks that way? It would be absolutely monstrous. Oh, I know who thinks that way. There are a lot of Republicans, a lot of right-wingers. I showed you a video last week of OAN, One American News Network hosts that were talking about this. Two failed Republican candidates were like, "Oh, it's the Democrat weather machine." That's what it was. Yeah, they were steering it towards red states, red areas. Yeah, part of a Democrat agenda. What? No, this is ridiculous. In reality, what we have is Republicans that voted against all these relief bills, which again made it so that people would not be able to rebuild and would struggle to even survive. That's the issue. And we've also seen right-wing pastors justify, right, blaming gay people, trans people, atheists, whatever, for the appearance of these strong storms, these hurricanes. I got news for you. That's not happening. That's not reality. But again, normal people do not think this way. They're massively projecting, and it's sick. Now, again, when it comes to political agenda, well, it's a political agenda. It's a political agenda. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you talking about climate change? I got news for you. If you are, climate change, it's here regardless whether or not you believe it. Being a Republican does not insulate you from the effects of climate change. Climate change, again, we know, among other things, it can make storms stronger and more deadly, damaging. And so, hey, I got a political agenda. I would actually like to reduce carbon emissions so that these storms are not stronger, are not more powerful, or more numerous. I know, what a really strange, political agenda, one that actually, I don't know, tries to protect people's lives and to stop pollution. But apparently, beyond the pale for Ron DeSantis. Look, DeSantis and the people, that are on his side, they don't make any sense. But unfortunately, they don't have to. And what they're going to continue to do is to fight these nonsense culture wars and take photo ops while they continue to screw over the average person.